Family, what up? My cousin sent me some content last night, and I'm sitting here watching it. But when I got to this part, y'all, I had to bring it to y'all. Listen, it's a lot of moving pieces to this Quando situation. It's not gonna stop with Dirk. This thing is gonna go through the hoods of California, LA to be exact, 60s to be exact. It's gonna be some key figures in their world going down. Anyway, we know Trap Lord does great research and he puts it together well also. So let's check it out and see what he's talking about. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross.
Also explained the process of checking in with Quando, saying exactly what a rapper should expect if they check in with the Rolling 60s in LA.
You might check in with me. I'm gonna tell you what clubs to go to and what clubs not to go to. They ain't dealing with the right people. If I go to Chicago, if any of my artists is going different places, I tell them call this dude. Because he treated me right, he gonna treat y'all right.
Quando
I don't trust Big U. I feel like he had hands in the Nipsey situation. I really feel like them 60s eat their own, if you catch my drift.
would also claim that he could never stop being a Crip.
I'm real heavy, like on cripping. Period. I'm gonna do that to the day I die. Sometimes I ask the Lord, when I be asking the Lord for forgiveness, first thing pop up in my head is, boy, I can't stop being no Crip though. You feel me?
Quando would explain that you don't have to be a killer to be a Crip, and that anyone can identify as a Crip.
I always tell them, like, cuz, you don't have to be a killer to be a Crip. You don't have to be no shooter to be no Crip. You ain't gotta be no jack boy to be no Crip. You could be a dentist and be a Crip. You just a Crip. That's a dentist.
Quando and Big U seemingly left things on good terms after this interview. However, a year later, after the Los Angeles assassination attempt on Quandorondo that claimed Lil Pab's life, Big U would appear on social media, seemingly taking a dig at Quando, saying that if he took a loss, he wouldn't leave his gang, and there would be no crying.
It's damn near the same thing he did with Nipsey, y'all. This dude laughed at Nip when he was on live and they were talking about something happened to Nipsey. This dude and his homeboys literally laughed
From him.
Imagine all the dudes, and when the storm came, they folded their tent, they went inside, or they shut down. No, that ain't what no real do. When it get hard for me, I get quiet and I get still, because I need to hear all the doors is open.
Then, a week later, on September the 6th, 2022, Quandorondo would come out on social media to say publicly that he's no longer representing the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips and that he's laying his blue bandana down, essentially explaining that the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips in LA are linked up with his ops, essentially inferring that someone from the LA Rollin' 60s is who set him up to get shot at in LA.
Now, the main dude that's talking about checking in has a little homie named Bricc Baby. Go to my last video, y'all. It'll break it down for you.
Leading to Lil Pab's death, all on behalf of somebody trying to avenge King Von, with Quando saying it don't take rocket science to see what's going on, and ending the message saying that he's now just going to focus on his family and his loved ones. In response to this, LA Crip Jay Stone would reply saying you can't just drop your flag and quit the gang, and that real Crips lose homies all the time, and not everyone is going to slide for you. Quando would seemingly respond to this with a follow-up post, essentially warning people not to talk about him, saying he doesn't care because he's rich, has 200k, and can knock down anyone in his way. One theory about how the Rollin' 60s might have set up Quandorondo has been linked to an LA-based Rollin' 60s rapper by the name of Bricc Baby. Bricc Baby dropped a verse on YG's 2016 song, the menacingly titled track Don't Come to LA, a song all about robbing and shooting out-of-towners. He'd also openly claimed not to like Quando in an August 2021 No Jumper interview, calling him out for claiming Rolling 60s and trying to get Big U and the LA Crips to try and squash his beef with Lil Durk and the Black Disciples, essentially saying that Quando needs to check in every time he comes to LA.
It's like Quandorondo.
You're not with him.
Boy, stop.
If you've been getting scam texts.
All right, now real quick, like I said, the Crips like to eat their own. Pause. This dude, Big U, and one of his cousins or something like that, they got ties and trying to run and hurry up and patent Nipsey saying the marathon continues. Even the word Crip, they got it to where you can't say it or use it without having to cut them in. Come on, man, the greed is real. And greed and clout is what really took these dudes down. And I think Adam knows it too. Let's go.
Don't come to the 60s and want to provide now that bro them on your ass.
Well, that's gotta be weird for you because you with Durk so much.
It ain't weird for me. You know what I'm saying? You're not from rolling 60s.
Oh, really?
You're not from LA rolling 60s. You're not from rolling 60s.
Right.
You gotta come talk to the streets.
Watch how he
Big
break
U's
it
a
down,
little
y'all.
removed from a lot of it.
Nah, he is the streets. You
Right.
gotta come talk to the people who feet in the streets. You gotta come clear yourself on both angles. You get what I'm saying? You gotta come holler at somebody.
I feel it.
Period. You went to go holler at Big U. You went to go holler at Hollywood. Like, that ain't Hollywood. He really my big dog. That's my big bro. Whatever he say, if he say hold down, we gonna try as much. You know what I'm saying?
He would even claim to have connected with King Von through Lil Durk when he was alive, and despite not being a black disciple himself, Bricc Baby said that he considers Lil Durk his brother.
Vine was in and out of jail, so I done seen Vine when I was down there in the O, all that shit, when I be going to Chicago and all that shit. If my boy lose a close homie, on the hood, that's my boy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the epitome of clout chasing, y'all. This is keeping it real gone wrong. This is what happens when you try to look too tough and you get out here, you say too much, and times like this happen, and everybody's using your own words against you.
That's my boy. I'm not from BD. I'm from 60s. But you lose you my boy, like my ops, your ops at this point.
He'd even been seen in the studio with Lil Durk in the months before the shooting, and in an Atlanta vlog where he said that he'd been friends with Lil Durk and the Black Disciples all the way since 2015. Bricc Baby was even rolling with OTF member Doody Low in January 2022, calling their alliance 6OTF.
How do you know my friend Bricc Baby Shitra over here?
That's gang. I've been knowing bro for like 5 years solid.
Wow.
Like 7.
7. Who else you tap with in with out here in LA?
Bricc Baby.
That's it.
I don't, you know.
Just days after that shooting at the Beverly Center, Bricc Baby would post on social media telling Quando that he's a fake Crip for not checking in with him and giving them money and guns.
If you from out of town and you banging a hood from California, you're an imitation gangbanger if you do not check in. If you do not make sure your hood is funded, if you don't make sure your hood got Briccs, if you don't make sure your hood got sticks in it, the kids is eating over there. A couple who put you down with the play family is straight. You're an imitation because a motherfucker don't deal with the same enemies we deal with in LA.
Bricc Baby goes on to
Come on, man. That's why I can't respect too many gangsters. Real talk. This shit is about that E word. Fuck it, I'll say it. Extortion. That's what it's about. This is nasty work, y'all. Dude gonna go down.
comment on Quando's claim of dropping his rolling 60s Crip flag, saying that Quando can't leave a gang that he was never in.
You can't leave a hood that you never was in. You claiming our hood. You cannot leave a hood you never was in unless you just get put off. Stop claiming it. If you don't want to deal with street politics, stop gangbanging.
With all of this content floating around, it's no surprise then that rumours would spread that Bricc Baby had something to do with this. Allegations which he personally denied on social media.
Stop playing with a name, cuz. Stop playing with my name. Point blank, period. On 6-0 Crip. Die every day. Don't got nothing to do with me. On 6-0, you internet ass, steady putting stories together. You is on the street. No, I don't got nothing to do with it. Stop calling my phone, talking about, oh, hey, you know, man, on 6-0, man. On hood, them boys got ops. On 6-0, ain't none of my crashing out Beverly Hills in broad daylight. What's wrong with you?
With this whole situation even provoking a response from NBA Youngboy, who said, wait till I start talking.
Go Forms makes it.
And just think, y'all, this situation is because Von went bad on Quando. Quando's homeboy did what a homeboy's supposed to do. It's like, how do you initiate the stuff and then put yourself in a situation where you got to get back for something you started? And now look at everything that's happened. This is from getting get back from something you started and took an L at.
Bricc Baby would bizarrely go on to do a series of interviews speaking on the situation directly, telling Cam Capone News that Quando was smart to try and squash his beef with Big U.
It was a great move for him, like to go check in with the big dog, because that's our big dog. So you trying to get him to soften up the people that's around your age and, you know what I'm saying, still outside. He's still outside too, but you get what I'm saying, to soften it up for us. So if we come around and just say I did something to him and he called Big Bro, like, oh, but Big Bro called me like, man, I told you it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He went that way. But the whole thing is that's not the age group that you beefing with. You know what I'm saying?
So now they want you to check in. When you check in with the big dog, that ain't good enough. You got to go check in with the foot soldiers too. They need a rule list of what you got to do as a member to come to California. Because this shit sounds too confusing, y'all. You got to have a real checklist to go to California if you're a member, allegedly.
Said you beefing with Durk, right? You want to get a message to Durk. That's my boy. So the age group that you dealing with, he still, even when Unc get the message, he gonna have to call me to get the bro. I'm the closest one to bro. You get what I'm saying?
Bricc Baby would also express how surprised he was when he heard that Quando, an apparent Roland 60 Crip, had killed a Chicago black disciple, the King Von situation, with Bricc Baby thinking that he'd thought Quando had a good relationship with the black disciples.
He in the middle of no murder while I'm raising my kids.
He would go on to say that he wouldn't even comment whether or not he was involved.
This is a dude with 2 strikes, y'all. He has 2 strikes and a pending case. And like Wax said, when has he been to court? Dude got caught with an AK, y'all. This is a guy with 2 strikes. As much as they talk about everybody else's business, they have not discussed why this man has not been to court on that case. They have not discussed why he kept saying Pee-wee name, goes to Atlanta, comes back, Pee-wee's gone. Now, yeah, y'all better read between the lines, y'all. Real talk.
With it.
Now, if y'all caught me slipping on camera and I really popped something and y'all got it, like, it's all on the internet, it's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be commenting on it, though. I wouldn't be saying, hey, leave my name out of it. I'd probably go the scary way and just blank out all social media and just get up out of here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about it. They're going to have to come find me. I'm not operating with a phone or nothing after I do. And it been internal beefs for years.
He would also clown Quandorondo for attempting to change sets after the death of his friend, laughing at him for trying to tap out the gang like it's wrestling.
Have you ever thought about leaving the set alone? Because recently there was a young rapper who said he's done with that. He said he's done with that. But
hey, I said 1, 2, 3. Man, never in life. Even if to it, I mean, it's OTF. We got in the works, but it ain't no locked in type situation. They just see me on the gram with a gang of money and just think that it's that.
However, Bricc Baby would continue to drop songs like the track Murder Dance with I Swear Vezo, where he raps, I just gave 100 bands to my murder man. I prepaid for 10 bodies.
As a shady car salesman.
Come on, y'all. You got to make this shit make sense. We're going to end it right there, though. Y'all want to go check out the whole thing, go to Trap Lord Ross main page. This is just his clips page. But yeah, y'all better get ready. It's gonna be a lot of stuff coming back from this situation. It's gonna be a lot of people going down. And I really feel like Bricc Baby and them, they got their time coming. Period. They got their time coming. Anyway, if you made it, say I made it. I'm out. Peace.